Yeah, let me tell you something. You know,
Yes.
I was a, I made, I was a street boy. I
Yes.
was a street boy, man,
Yes.
and like I said, I will share some information, but not
Yes.
everything. Yeah, I sold drugs, man. I sold a ton of drugs, man, and I'm not proud of it. You know what I mean? Because the young people seeing what I did, they
Yes.
see what we do. The young people, they see what we do. And I wasn't proud of what I did, but I needed to survive. I needed to eat, and in my country, it's kind of difficult.
Yes.
It's very difficult for jobs
Yes.
if you're not a certain color,
Mm.
a certain mind state. It's difficult to get the high paying good jobs. So yeah, I sold drugs, but I stopped because I
Yes.
went to prison a few times. I went inside of prisons.
How long?
Shoot, my first prison bid
Yes.
was 2 years.
Yes.
And then
For the
after
first
that,
time.
that was the first time.
Yes.
After that, I
The
did three
second time.
years. Yeah.
The second
For
time.
the second time, I did 2 years.
Sorry, sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. For the second time, I did 3 years.
3 years. Yes.
For the third time, I did 2 years.
3 years
For the
again.
fourth time, I did 5 years.
5 years.
Six, so.
Nk'uko mubibona rero ndi kumwe n'umuvandimwe nk'uko mubizi amazina yanjye ni Benshi, ndi kumwe na my brother bamwita ntabwo nta mpamvu nta mugabo kuko umugabo mugenzi aratangira twibwira abakunzi bacu mukurikiranye na natwe. Eddie, introduce yourself to my people who make subscribe to Nana Trending TV.
Yo, peace and love to all, yo. Big up, respect. You know what I mean? I'm Edward. Everybody call me E. I'm Edward. Everybody calls me E. I'm here in Rwanda. I got my homie, my friend, my brother, Rich Moses, here. You know what I mean? He sold me so many things. You know what I mean? We had so many great experiences here together. And I honestly want to give that experience back to this brother by bringing him to my country. So, you know what I mean? I implore everybody who understands my English, you know what I mean, to watch my homie, my friend, and my brother's page, support them, you know what I mean, and let's grow together. Sule Kune. Peace.
Exactly. Nk'uko mubyumva bamwita Edward Larry cyangwa se E. Ku bantu rero batazi icyongereza ino jambo E bamwita Larry Edward cyangwa se E mu kinyarwanda. So n'umuvandimwe turi kumwe uyu munsi agiye kutuganiriza ku rugendo rwe rw'ubuzima we maso mutega amatwi. So Eddie,
Yes, sir.
what's your social statement? I need to know your life there and your ways. You know,
Okay. So,
life of when you're born, your ways,
yes.
and now until your years you have right now.
Okay. So, simply put, I'll answer that like this.
Yes,
My name is Edward Lurie. I
exactly.
was born in Hartford, Connecticut, which is a state in the country of America, United States of America. I was born in 1979.
Yes.
So, I'm Muzehe. You know what I mean? I'm OG. You know what I'm
A
saying?
guy.
Again, I'm from Hartford. You know what I mean? That's the capital of my state.
Yeah.
So I'm from the capital. Um, uh, it's not really so much to say about my state, my hometown. It's a real place. It's a real place, man. Real things happen there. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think that people there just looking for opportunity, the same way that we looking for opportunity here. So big up, shout out to 860 Hartford, Connecticut. I love all y'all, man. And I implore all y'all, I ask all of y'all, man, to man, open your mind, expand your mind, man. You know what I mean? It's opportunity here. The opportunity we don't get there, it's here for free, wide open. All we gotta do is have love in our heart and come with the correct mind.
Exactly. So, Eddie, we want to know the people they think USA is for the social experiment or Rwanda, even USA. So the people here they think like USA is paradise,
Right.
USA is the heaven.
Right.
So what can you explain to the people who have mind like that?
Right. Okay. I understand that question. That's a very easy question, simple,
Yeah.
and I'll answer it very briefly
Yeah.
on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, for my country, many people in my country think that Africa as a whole, not even Rwanda, just Africa as a whole, is
Yes.
just like some jungle
Yes.
with people swinging off of trees and vines. Absolutely not. There's places on this continent such as Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, Egypt,
Yes.
Nigeria, that's way more developed than anywhere in the United States.
Yes.
Ethiopia's downtown, Mamuti,
Yes.
is 10 times bigger than New York City.
Yes.
So, so I think that there's a bunch of misconceptions that was put out by biased media. You know what I mean? But I think in Rwanda, I think that the concept what people believe about the United States is that there's gold on the ground,
Yes.
there's money everywhere. It's a rich country, bro. I'm from 860 Hartford, Connecticut. They
Yeah.
call my hood Killer Connecticut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's not a joke. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'm not a killer. I'm not a gangster. I'm not a thug. Put it out there. I got love for my heart. I love people. Let's grow together and build together. We black first. So
Exactly. I need that you can tell people how to get the money they list. Because the people, some of them, they think you can get money
mm,
from the street without doing nothing. So explain to them people have money like that.
in my country,
Yeah.
everything is so expensive.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That you must work. There's really no free there because rent is expensive, food is expensive.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what many people, such as myself,
Yes.
bro, like I'm from a bad place. I used to do illegal things sometimes just to survive, but I learned through consequences.
Yes.
Bro, just get a job, go to work, save your money, live a normal life like everybody else, like all the other people, live normal. You know what I mean? And have a goal,
Yes.
have a plan.
Yes.
And my goal and my plan was to remove myself from that country.
Yes, I
You know what I mean?
understand. Yes. So, me, you said that so there is even some people they do illegal things
hmm
for the making money. What you can add that people that things. Have you ever been in that shit for
Yeah,
illegal things?
yeah. I won't expose myself completely. But
Yes.
yeah, man, I'm in a whole different continent. I'm in love with this continent. I'm in love with this country. So, and I don't, feel connected so much to, the politics of my country. So I'll be honest. Yeah, hell yeah, man. To survive, I sold hella drugs. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Man, I didn't want to. I prayed to God and I begged for forgiveness. But man, I had to do what I had to do to survive because my mother and father was drug addicts. They were on
Yeah.
drugs, and that's a part of a social experiment that the
Yeah.
government placed on my
Yeah.
country. So, we survived through it, and I'm just trying to make the next step or take the next step to do something right to show the youth,
Yeah.
show even my family a different way
Yeah.
to live. And here's the future.
Exactly.
Rwanda's the future.
Yes, I understand. Have you ever even tried that way? Your mother and father tried to do. Told me that was the wrong way
Mm,
to sell drugs.
mm.
So, have you ever tried passing the way they pass through?
Yeah, I definitely tried to pass the way they passed, and it's because when I was a child, when you're a child,
Yeah,
you look up to the bigger people
yeah.
and you do what they do.
What they do you think is the only thing
It's the
that
right
can
way,
get you money?
right?
I
You know
got
what I'm
you.
saying?
Yeah,
Until I learned consequences,
yeah,
it's penalties.
yeah,
When I make mistake, when I make poor decision, it's
mm,
consequences.
yeah. For you,
So that's what taught me
yeah,
to think differently, do different
yeah,
things. So that's when I began to look for jobs, build my credit at the bank. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Just be a good person in my society, in my community.
Yeah, I understand, bro. Have you ever tried that thing? Have you ever even tried to sell the drug?
Oh man. And
Yes,
again, like I said,
but I don't know how I can say in Kinyarwanda we say or in the French the
mhm,
passé. We say like the days or the past never come again. So
mhm,
even if when you try to do it was in the past, but in the future you didn't even ever try.
mm.
So I need like some people who didn't try this, who didn't never ever try that.
Yeah, let me tell you something. You know,
Yes.
I was a, I made, I was a street boy. I
Yes.
was a street boy, man,
Yeah.
and And like I said, I will share some information, but
Yes.
not everything. Yeah, I sold drugs, man. I sold a ton of drugs, man, and I'm not proud of it. You know what I mean? Because the young people seeing what I did,
Yes.
they see what we do. The young people, they see what we do. You know, and I wasn't proud of what I did, but I needed to survive. I needed to eat, and in my country, it's kind of difficult.
Yes.
It's very difficult for jobs
Yes.
if you're not a certain color,
Mm.
a certain mind state. It's difficult to get the high paying good jobs. So yeah, I sold drugs, but I stopped
Yes.
because I went to prison a few times. I went inside of prisons.
How long?
Shoot, my first prison bid
Yes.
was 2 years,
Yes.
and then
For the
after
first
that,
time.
that was the first time.
Yes.
After that, I did three
Second time.
years. Yeah,
The second
for
time.
the second time, I did 2 years.
Sorry, sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. For the second time, I did 3 years.
3 years. Yes.
For the third time, I did 2 years.
3 years
For the
again.
fourth time, I did 5 years.
5 years.
You know what I mean?
So,
So
oh, sorry, sorry. That's life. So, let me know how is your life in jail for the first time?
my life, what?
Your life in jail for the first time.
Oh my gosh! The first time I ever went to prison,
Yeah.
man, I was scared.
Yeah.
And the Teresa, we
Yeah.
say shook.
It was
I
okay.
was shook. I was scared because
Sorry, sorry.
I didn't know. You always hear bad things about it, so I
Yeah.
didn't have experience. But
Exactly.
then when I went inside,
Yeah.
I seen too many people I know,
Yeah.
so it became fun. It became fun.
Yeah.
It became a joke,
Yeah.
and that's why I went in so many times to prison
Yeah.
because it was a joke, and I needed to survive.
Because the first time you was scared, but second time was like a joke because there was no about anything in jail.
Right.
So what's your first impression when you were in jail?
My first regret is my family, my nieces,
Yes,
my sisters,
yes,
my other siblings, my cousins who I love so much.
yes,
I regretted not being able to spend time with them, not being able to grow with them and build with them and build up with them. I
yes.
regret that.
But he was not alone.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yes,
That's the
yes,
problem of
yes,
life. But
yes.
don't worry. So, which like what you can tell to the young people who didn't do that things by try right now
Mm,
to see there is not any way to make money. They try like to see that I can sell the drug in the street
mm.
with the advice you can give them to the people, even here the people in Rwanda they do that.
Yeah, I
But
see
even
it.
the people who are here in Rwanda, they can take the advice. So even the people who understand English, they enjoy
Right,
dedication to them.
right. All right. So, what I would like to tell, any young person, man,
Yes.
even adults, man,
Yeah.
you from the United States all the way to Rwanda, from Rwanda all the way back to the United States.
Yeah.
This is for the young people,
Yes.
man. Listen, slowly. And Kinyarwanda,
Yes.
wuhoro wuhoro,
Yes. Gahoro, gahoro, gahoro,
wuhoro
gahoro.
wuhoro.
Yes.
Slowly
Yeah.
in life, you have time. If you're
Yeah.
young, you have time
Yeah.
to grow.
Exactly.
What you see on videos, for music, what you see on film,
Yes.
is not real.
Yes.
They wake up in the morning, go to work,
Yes.
Akazi,
Yes.
and then they come home,
Yes.
eat, and sleep.
Yes.
You
Exactly. So the people they think the movie they see is like the paradise.
Right.
And the actors even in the movie,
Right.
they got a job to take and now they come to the entertaining the people.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. And
I
it's just
understand how
entertainment.
Yeah.
Correct. You said that perfectly.
Yes,
Yes.
entertainment. So
Yes.
I understand everything, my brother. So what are some of your favorite American food that you think I should try today for
now,
you?
now we get into what I like because I'm highly revolutionary. I'm highly political, first and foremost.
Yeah.
But I understand that everybody is not into that.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
To each his own.
Yeah.
We got love on this station. We got love
Exactly.
in general for life, man.
Yeah.
So peace and blessings to all.
Yeah.
So to share some of my favorite foods
Yeah.
that's American, and then I also
Yeah.
want to share some of my favorite foods that's Rwandan. Because
which your favorite one?
you feel me?
Yeah.
But first, I will explain.
Yeah.
I will say the American foods.
Yeah.
So for breakfast,
Yeah.
I like French toast
Yeah.
with syrup.
Yeah.
And French toast is umugati,
Yeah.
hamachi,
Yeah.
fried
Yeah.
with syrup
Yeah.
or honey.
Exactly.
That's my favorite American breakfast.
Yeah.
Now we have lunch. My favorite American lunch is maybe a cheeseburger, which
Exactly.
is umugati, with nyama,
Mm.
and some lettuce, some salad.
Yeah, special omelet.
A special omelet is certainly one of
Yeah.
my favorite
So
breakfasts.
today I'll make you a special omelet.
Big
Keep it
special
in your
omelets coming up
yeah.
on deck. Y'all get ready, man, and learn the recipe so you can cook it at home.
Exactly.
So for dinner,
Yes.
one of my favorite American dishes is
Yeah.
spaghetti.
So spaghetti.
Spaghetti. I love spaghetti. I love pizza.
You know how we call it in Rwanda?
Mm.
A macaroni.
A
Repeat again.
macaroni. A macaroni.
Yes.
A macaroni.
Like
In
spaghetti.
Kenya,
Yes.
Yes.
So Eddie, how do you feel about the culture differences countries between our country? Even sorry to ask you that.
No,
You
no
know,
problem, no problem.
yeah.
I feel like the cultural differences here
Yeah.
is basically just based on language.
Yes.
Because when I'm here,
Yes.
I hear so many people say, there's bad people here, there's thieves, there's
Yes.
things like that, just bad things.
Yeah.
And what I want to tell you
Yeah.
is that even in America,
Yes. There is
there's bad people. There's evil.
Yeah.
There's no good people.
Yeah.
But those with good hearts, we live, we thrive, we survive.
Mm.
So that's why I don't worry. So I think here the cultural difference is only the language.
Exactly.
Because there's good here, there's
Yes.
good in my country. There's bad in my country, there's
Yeah.
bad here. Nowhere on this earth is perfect.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just about being open minded.
Exactly.
Life is a social experiment.
Yeah.
That's why when we started this vlog,
Yeah.
and you said about you was asking me to answer questions about how do I feel about my life and as being a social experiment. I said life is a social experiment.
Yeah. I understand told me before. Yes. Eddie, so I would like to know what you think, like, where is you see your life like in 5 years?
In 5 years, I could absolutely see myself here,
Yes. Just
Rwanda,
yes.
Murugo, have a house,
Yeah.
Muzango, my
Yes.
family,
Yeah.
some type of business
Mm.
because we need business, we need some type of income to come in, and we just also need to be productive in life.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's not always about money. It's just about being productive.
Yeah.
Look, if I could teach a young child
Yeah.
ABCs,
Yeah.
that's better than giving him money because he's educated.
Exactly.
He can get his own money now.
Mm. Exactly. So Eddie, how you spend your weekends in Rwanda and differentiate how you spend right here in Rwanda and differentiate how it is in the UAE.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now how I spend my weekends here,
Yes.
and not only am I gonna tell you, in the
Yes.
next clips we're gonna show you how
How
we spend our weekends here in this country, and it's just great experience. It's great, beautiful experiences and beautiful, great people. So, for my day to day, I'll probably wake up around like 8 or 9,
so
take a
I
shower.
understand. We will show them how it is. So
Mm.
Eddie, is there any place in US you think that we should visit with your family?
To visit.
Yeah, good place you think.
I think right now one of the best places.
Yeah.
I'll give you 2 places
Yeah.
because I've been everywhere in my country,
Yes.
from Vegas to Miami to New York City to Chicago. I've been everywhere in that country,
Yes.
and I believe that coming from Rwanda, what a Rwandese will enjoy is
Yes.
New York City
Yes.
and Miami.
Yes.
New York City
Yes.
because it's the complete opposite of Rwanda. You know what I mean?
Yes.
New York City is just like too fast. It's
Yeah.
it's fast, man, and it's just so many people.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And I think for Miami is nice because it's the temperature, the climate, the weather will remind you of home, Rwanda.
Yeah.
It will remind you of home.
exactly.
So that's where I think the two places
Mm.
that I would, you know, give advice to anybody from Rwanda to go. New York, Miami. Don't go to Connecticut. No, just playing. I love Connecticut. Peace and love.
Connecticut.
Big up.
Why you like Connecticut? Between summer and snow and
The summer and winter.
the summer winter.
Man, because I'm from the northern hemisphere
Yes.
now, anyways. I like the snow, but I like to be inside.
You like snow, but you like to be inside the house.
Inside.
Why you like snow? Why don't you walk in the snow and when it's come, you stay in the house?
Yeah, because yo, to look from outside, to look
Yes.
outside, the snow is beautiful, man. You
Yes.
just see it coming, falling, and
Yeah.
building up, 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 and it's all like pure looking crystals, and it's just
Mm.
it's a beautiful sight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I like summer. I like winter time.
Yes.
I'm not really a summertime fan because of the heat and
Yeah.
humidity in
Yeah.
my country. Is sometimes it's very severe.
Exactly.
But technically, I'm a fall person. Fall is the time after summer, before winter.
Exactly.
So summertime, and then some small time is fall.
Mm.
It's called fall or autumn when the leaves change colors. The
Yeah.
leaves change colors and the trees. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, I understand. So, what's your favorite holidays in the US and how you celebrate
Yo, my favorite holiday in the United States is New Year's.
New Year's?
New Year's.
Yes.
New Year's is the beginning of a new year, just the
Yes.
way it sounds.
Yes.
And I like New Year's because it gives you a fresh start in life for the year.
Yes. The first mind and think how the year is gone.
Right.
Yes.
You think that the past, last year is gone.
Yes.
This year is a new year. You
Yeah.
have all opportunity.
Yes. And
do-
learn and change the mistake you make
Right.
in the out here.
Right. Correct.
I understand, bro.
Correct.
So, what the music or movie currently popular in the US right now?
Movies right now that's popular
Yeah, the music.
in the music. So
Movies and music.
what's popular right now as far as music and movies
Yes.
in my country?
Yes.
I think the Fast and Furious with Vin Diesel and The Rock and which is WWE wrestling. That I think that's a famous movie, the most famous movie. They make a lot of money in that movie. And I think the famous music right now, or popular music right now, is
Yes.
Chicago drill music,
Yes.
which is basically like Lil Durk,
Yes.
Chief Keef,
Chief
people
Keef,
like
yes.
that. Yeah, G
Yeah.
Herbo,
Yeah.
Rondo number 9. He's in prison right now. Young boy.
Yes.
So yeah,
So let me know about the two legends.
the what?
Between two legends.
Legends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two legends between Tupac and Biggie. Who's your favorite
Yo,
about Tupac and Biggie?
this is a big question right here, and an
Yes.
important answer
Yes.
for everybody who answered the question. It's important to them, and me too.
Yeah.
I'm a, It took me a long time. At first, I was a diehard Tupac fan.
Yeah.
You couldn't say nothing wrong.
Yeah.
No wrong thing about Tupac. I maybe even fight you. Tupac, man, rest in peace, Tupac. Big up.
Yeah.
But Biggie was a lyricist.
Yeah.
Biggie was a lyrical genius. Biggie was a genius. Tupac was a poet. He was a genius poet,
Exactly.
not a genius lyricist, man. And I love Tupac more than Biggie, but I'm an honest person, and I understand the
Yeah.
differences.
Yeah.
Tupac was a poetical genius.
Yes.
Biggie was a lyrical genius.
Yes.
So, I'm a Tupac fan even to this day.
Yeah.
But I big up to Biggie and rest in peace to Biggie. Rest in peace to Tupac and Biggie.
Yes.
But I'm definitely a Tupac fan because I love how he was able to influence people poetically with his words.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And Biggie, he was just behind the beat. He'd just say amazing things, amazing lyrics that was just like, whoa, did he just say that?
Exactly. I understand, bro.
So peace and love to both of them and rest in peace. And don't let it be no more Tupacs and Biggies. We don't need no more Tupacs and Biggies.
Yes.
You know, we need leaders, man. People who you know who unite people.
Exactly. So, Eddie, how has your perspective on your global eyes changed since traveling?
On my
Oh, okay. How has your
global
perspective
issues changed since traveling.
global issue,
Okay.
yeah, traveling?
My perspective on global issues is number one, man. Listen, from United States to Rwanda, it's black and white. It's black and white. That's the best I can say. It's a entirely different experience.
Yeah,
So by me traveling globally, I was able to see the differences in my
exactly.
country and this country.
Yeah, yeah,
And what I believe is just development.
yeah,
Rwanda is has been on its way a long time and is very developed right now.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah. You know what I mean? Like even you know, in my country, like there's development, but it seems like it's going down now because of politics and then the shifting of the world.
Mm,
Things change.
exactly.
You know, Rome is not Rome anymore. Rome is just Italy now. You know, Persia isn't Persia anymore. It's just Iraq. America won't be America no more. One day it'll just be America. You
Yes.
know what I mean? So that's how I feel. You know what I mean?
Right.
About my global perspective, I believe that there's more opportunity here for us, for Black people. There's more opportunity in this country
Yeah.
for us. You know what I mean? So
So, understand everything. So, make subscribe, Mokore, subscribe, like, comment, and share kuri Nana Training TV. Bari kumwe n'umuvandimwe Edward Lori, reka nabasezere agira ikintu ababwira. So, tell them to make subscribe, like, comment, and say goodbye to them. We're gonna meet them in the party too.
huh? So I just first and foremost want to implore everybody, subscribe to the station. Come check my homie out, man. Come check my brother out, man. You know what I mean? We got, enlightening information, enlightening news to show you different perspectives on global issues, different countries. It's
Yes.
all right here. It's on this station. So hit that like button, subscribe. It's simple as this. Thumbs up, subscribe. Easy.
Peace
Peace and
out.
love. A60 big up. Rwanda big up. One love.